Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome, says Dexter. Ooh. Welcome to our unboxing. Did you stick your tongue out? That's rude. Welcome to our unboxing of our Ashford e-spinner. Yeah? You want to go back to sleep? Yeah? Okay, go back to sleep. Go on then. Go. So, hello and welcome to it's a sort of unboxing. I bought myself the Ashford e-spinner, as I said I would, and it's very exciting. It's here. I did actually get it out of the box and I've unpacked it all because, quite honestly, I don't think you want to watch me unwrapping 70 billion different little parts out of brown paper. So, here it is. Very portable. So we're going to put it together. Some instructions, take those out. So this is how it comes. Little compartments for it all. Let's pull the stool over so that I can see it. And there's a little bag of all little bits, some oil, the brake thingamy, some other bits. We'll work out what they are in a minute. Oh, turn that around. I just wanted to say I got this from Tribe Yarns. Tribe Yarns are a UK company. They're based in Richmond, and it was a good price. They didn't charge delivery, which is always a bonus. And I got a lovely welcome and thank you for your order email. It was lovely. Don't always get that. And it arrived really quickly, so I was very pleased, and I will be definitely shopping from Tribe Yarns again. So without further ado, oh look, we've got some fibre to play with. I did bring some out of my stash to play with, but maybe we'll do that one first, who knows. So we have a box. Oh, okay. Foot pedal. See? Don't get away without using your feet at all, completely. You have to on and off. We can cope with that though, right? And this is so small, it's going to be really transportable. I think I'll keep that box to keep the pedal safe. And there's another little box in here. Ah, the power cord, yes. Quite crucial, I would say. You can get a battery pack for this as well, which is something I'm interested in. So, instructions. Let's not be one of those people that put it together wrong and then get the instructions out afterwards. So, it looks fairly comprehensive. I need a hammer, some scissors and some oil. Okay. Go and get them then. I assume it means the oil that came in this little bag, because that is the correct oil for the machine. So let's hope. Otherwise I do have some 3-in-1 in the kitchen somewhere. Page 1. That's easy enough, we can do that. We had this on... Oh, it says to put these on, but they're already on. Funny. Okay, so these hold the yarn. So the yarn would come through there, and then... So that would be that way up, I guess. Come through here, and then through there. That's it, that's better. Through here, through there, and then onto the bobbin. So, good. That's that jobbed for me. Put that over there. Next, nylon brake band. That is in this bag. Oh, that's your threading hook. and a loop, and that's definitely something to do with the brake. That's also something to do with the brake. That is a piece of black nylon, a black thing. I reckon this is the brake band. Fiddly little bits left. Oil, which I want to put over there. So these are little tension springs attached to fish hooks. So 2 of those and then an extra tensioning spring. So my next instruction is to cut the nylon brake band into 2 pieces. 35 centimetres for the brake band and 65 centimetres for the lazy gate. Okay, so instructions could have said rulers required. That might have been helpful. Just saying. Thankfully, I have one of those. So 35 centimetres, that's the inch. 35 centimetres. I'm sorry, I know you're seeing the inches side. The centimetres are on my side. Okay, so 35 centimetres. Snip. And then 65 for the lazy Kate. So yep, the rest of it measures 65. Good job. Okay. Tie the 35 centimetre piece to one of the springs attached to the screw eye. Pause for the postman. Okay, so I've tied that on there. This wire is not very easy to pull tight, so I'm going to commit to sin here. There. I'm going to do a double knot and hope for the best. Maybe I'll get some pliers on it later. This is really fiddly. I'm not having fun. This is so fiddly. First job, tie something. How hard could that be? This fishing wire is so fiddly. Right, done. Now, because that wasn't annoying enough, we have to do it again on the other side. Right. There. Okay, so that's the instructions there. That's what I've done. Ooh, now I've got to get the main piece of the machine out. So we've got lots of bobbins, 3 of them, which is kind of standard with an Ashford sewing wheel, standard with an Ashford spinning wheel. I've only got Ashford, so I don't know if that's the same for the others, but it's a logical quantity to send someone. Okay, so here he is. The Ashford electric spinner base. So the instructions say thread the screw eye with the tension spring and I screwed it to the wrong thing. Right. Well, it can't be that hard to untie it, could it? So it was supposed to go on one with the hook on it and the other just plain tension spring. This should make life a bit easier. Really, really fiddly. Not gonna, they're so small. Not gonna focus. Is it? Done it. I've done it. Right. So now I have to attach it to just the spring on its own. And as the fishing wire has actually been already mangled, pre-mangled, it should go on okay. Okay, done it. That was easier. Pre-mangle your ends and then it works better. Right, so now we've done it as per the instructions. We've got one of them ends and one of them ends. And now it's telling me so I'm on this bit, so I have to hold that way round and screw it into the hole there. Is that right? I'm just going to do that for me. Don't want to get this wrong, do we? Yes. So in we go with that. Ooh. Also fiddly. I think if your hands were struggling with arthritis, this would be not very easy for you. I do have a little bit of arthritis in my fingers, but so far it's not stopped me from doing much. And I refuse to let it, quite frankly. I've got lots of creams and whatnot to take away the pain because I will not be beaten. Right, done. We're attached. Okay. Next. Apply a drop of oil to the flyer spindle and slide a bobbin on. So, this is the flyer, this is the spindle. Not like the sort of spindle you expect, is it? If you've read Snow White and the, no, not Snow White. What's her face that, you know, pricked her finger? There's no pricking. Okay, get the oil out. Ooh. There's another hook in that bag. Now I understand what the other half of those instructions were, which was to put the other one in the other little hole. That makes sense. Right, so we'll go back to that one. So I don't want to skip a step. So we've got this one in already, and we've just got a little hook thingy to go in here. Okay, there we are. Oil was the next step, wasn't it? Very pointy looking. There's a stopper on the end, and then a good little daub of oil, and then we'll pop a bobbin on. Get it all smoothed in nicely. Now these things need to come out of the way so that this can drop right down. Ta-da! Right, this is what your wool goes onto. So apply a drop of oil to the end of the flyer shaft. Okay, that means I have to put this down. Right, you go down there. So this is the flyer shaft here. This is the bit that makes it all spin, I think. Where's that going? That's going... that goes in there. Oh no, that's the flyer shaft according to the instructions. Okay. So, here. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And then, just like... do I not need to oil that? Oh yes, I do. I did. I've got it around the wrong way. Okay, so this is how it goes in. This is going to go in like that. Okay. Is that it? Oh, and then I just need to push in a bit more, please. Anyone? Anyone? Ah, push and click. And then push that down. Give that a little turn, get the oil in. Lovely jubbly. Okay. Well, that is pretty much the whole thing almost. Right. Okay, so the next bit is the break, which is this. So tie one end of the black waxed thread to the end of the spring through the screw eye and tension knob and tie a knot. So this is where we're at here. Where is it? This one. I'm going to do this and we're going to do that with this. So once again, fiddly, but not as fiddly as that nylon, I can imagine. Oh, it's definitely waxed. Ew. Gets a bit warm and then it gets a bit sticky. Right, and then it's got to go on to a tension knob, which is one of these, with a handy little hole. And I'm going to do a double knot on the end here, so that the thread doesn't come back through the hole on the tension knob. This is what's happening now. So I have tied those together, it's fixed here, it's looped through there, and then that's the stopper. And then what's going to happen is there's a little groove in the bobbin, it'll go down, and then this tension hook, you roll it up like this, tension knob, not tension hook, and it goes in the little hole. Now that's better. So that spring is not in the way of the bobbin, and I can now fiddly wind it up, pop it in there, and then what happens is when you want more tension you pull, and when you want less tension you loosen it off a bit. There. What a palaver. Right. Number 9, locate the threading hook into the tapered hole in the front. So that's easy enough. Hole. Hook. That's handy, isn't it? So, almost there. Can't be much more. Next page. Oh, the Lazy Kate. So this is Lazy Kate base. Let's pop that down. Okay. So that other piece of nylon brake band goes onto there too, onto the other spring loaded hook thingy, and then screw stuff on. That metal loop thing goes on. You've got another tension knob and 2 spikes to hold these. I'll explain what they are in a second. There we go. All of this. So we need, pop this job again. Excuse me. Just make life so much easier when you can see what you're doing. So, thread. I can't do this so that you can see what I'm doing as well because it's so fiddly. However, it's so fiddly. Right, I've done that. I'm going to pull it through with those. Right, see how much easier it is. Not that you saw the last one, but trust me, that was easier. Get some pliers if you're ever going to be putting one of these together. Oh my. Should have some elevator music or something, shouldn't we, while I'm doing this? Are you bored yet? Done. Right. So that's get screwed into something. Thread the tail of the nylon brake band down the inside of the spring and trim off surplus. What? Tie the 65cm piece of nylon brake band to the other spring attached to a screw eye. But do you know what? I think they've sent the wrong thing. Not that I think it matters, but if you look at this, there's actually no loop on the end of there. Where's the camera? There. Whereas that has a loop. So I think the instructions are referring to tying to this loop and threading it down. I don't know what kind of difference that makes to anybody. Does it? Now I can see one, because you see how it's coming off to the side. I think I am going to do what the instructions say and move this over onto that loop. It involves undoing it again. This is so much easier with pliers. Get pliers, everybody, and get ones with teeth on the inside if you can. This is an old pair of pliers I've had for donkey's years. They came free with a magazine that I used to write for, jewellery magazine I used to write for, and they've come in very, very handy. Right, so that's that done, and then the instructions say to feed it up through the spring. So I'm going to do that, and then I think I'm going to just catch it in the hoop like that for good measure. I would actually say that pliers are pretty essential for getting these tightened up too. So if you've got them, I would definitely use them. Okay, so that's in. Gently tap the 2 bobbin pins into the holes in the lazy cake base. So these are the bobbin pins. And those are the holes that they go in. And I'm going to give them a whack with the hammer. That huffing is Dexter, by the way. It's one of their little buddies. I've walked past the house and shouted out hello. Right, there we go. So what happens now is Gently squeeze the ends of the yarn guide together, so I think that's that, and push it into the 2 holes in the lazy cake base. So there are 2 holes appropriate for this, and it's going to be those there. There we are. Beautiful. Next, position the 2 bobbins on the bobbin pins. What ho? 1. No oiling. We'll oil those in a minute. Okay, so there is 2 bobbins, tension band, loopy thing. Thread the nylon brake band through the hole in the tension knob and tie a knot. This is where the picture finishes. Also, what's that? I have no idea what that is, or why it's in the bag. Okay, well, we'll keep that in case it becomes obvious what it is. Okay, so we have to tie this cord into that there thing. Tie it on. I'm not going to do it like that, the waxed thread, because I don't trust them, the knot not to come undone that way. So there we are. Tied that on. So I think what happens with this is it goes around the base of the bobbins. So what happens with this brake band is it goes in there around these little grooves, all the way around that band, the back of there, through that groove, and then here, and then this is where you tighten and loosen tension. The purpose of this is you spin your yarn onto one bobbin, and then if you say you're doing a 2-ply, you then spin yarn onto the other bobbin, and those 2 bobbins would go on here, and then you would take the yarn off both at the same time, and then you would ply that onto your 3rd bobbin. That's just for 2-ply. You can do 3-ply, 4-ply, whatever, but that's how you do a 2-ply yarn. Come here, my lovely. So we are now talking proper mechanical gubbinses. That's the on-off switch that goes in there, that goes to the power supply. This is the foot switch, which actually has a massive, great big jack on it. Look at the size of that bad boy. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so we're talking about these buttons on here. Now, can you see them? Here we are. So we have on and off, your speed, and Z-ply and S-ply. Spinners will know what that is. For those who don't, S-ply is when everything spins in a clockwise direction, making your single ply spin in a clockwise direction. Z-ply is the other way. What happens is you do 2 singles in one direction. So say you've done 2 singles in as S-ply situation, then when you go to ply them, you then go the other way. So all that energy is put into getting it to stick together and twist up together. One of the plies is good if you're a crocheter, and the other one is better for knitters. I forget which is which. I'm sure somebody will enlighten us in the comments. Okay, so it's all plugged in. The foot plugged in. I am going to switch it over to S-ply because that's my preferred way. And I think we're going to use this foot mode. There's lots of different ways to use the foot mode. This is the one. If you would like to start and stop your E-spinner 3 with the foot switch only, insert the foot switch plug, which I've done. There are 3 operating modes. So turn it on, and then there's a little red light that flashes on the on-off switch to tell you it's on standby, and then you click, oh hello, click the pedal to make it, can you hear that? It's so quiet. And then click it to turn it off. Fabulous, that's exciting. There's another way to do it where you put your foot on the pedal first and then turn it on, and that means that it will only work while you've got your foot on the pedal. Okay, cool. So what we need to do now is we need to get it so you can see what I'm doing, which I'll do off camera, and also we need to put a leader onto the bobbin, and I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, so a leader is a piece of wool that's already on the spinning wheel, on the bobbin, and it helps pull up your fibre as you're spinning. So this is how I like to do it. I get a length of yarn and I fold them in half, not quite together at the same length. Then I do a loop through there, and that holds it tightly onto the bobbin. Some people put a piece of washi tape or something on there to make sure it doesn't move around, because when the bobbin is spinning sometimes this will stay put. I've just got to pull it tight enough. Then I tie these ends together, and the reason why I don't like these exactly at the opposite end is because this is where, see, I've got that there. This is where you're going to put your yarn in, so I don't really like it all tangled up with this, and I try and do it with a natural yarn if I can, because it grabs more easily. So it doesn't look like I can turn it all the way around. Okay, so this is where this hook comes in. Okay, so this is where this hook comes in. So we're going to thread it. It's going to come through here. It's then going to come through here. And then it's going to come, this is a really odd angle to do this at, but I shall persevere. It's then going to come in through this. This is called an orifice. There we are. So we're ready to spin, but it's sideways to me, so we need to reset this, and then we can go. Okay, we have our setup now. We're perched on 2 big bead boxes and a book so that we can get this in. So we're going to have a play with the freebie fibre that came, and I've opened it already so we don't have to rustle too much. Okay, let's start with the pink. No, let's start with the white. And what happens is we attach it to the leader like this. That's actually quite a long leader. So we check our tension. It's not too bad. I usually like quite a loose tension. We'll get loose. In fact, I'm going to get a lot looser than that. I've read that you should keep these quite loose as a beginner. Okay, so we're going to turn it on, wait for the little red light to start, and we have it on S twist, and we're going to tap it to go. So as you can see, that is twisting up, and now that it's starting to, no it's not, it's starting to pull against me. So that's all the white spun. So what happens now is, turn it off, undo the brake band, tension band, whatever you want to call it, and then we pop the bobbin off. And we get a new bobbin off of our Lazy Kate, and we get a new one, pop that on, push that till it clicks, push that down, then I need to make a new leader for this, and then I'm going to spin the pink. So that is the pink and the white done. Didn't enjoy spinning the pink, it broke a lot, didn't love that. So what we're going to do now is pop these onto the Lazy Kate and ply them together. Right, so that's the white coming out, that's the pink coming out, and I'm going to be plying like that. So that can come down here on the floor. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to put it where you can see it. Oh, actually, let's do that though. Okay. So then we attach it to our leader, and then we change direction to Z twist, and we're going to turn it on. Now, tension pretty much all the way off because it's just ripping things out of my hands, so that's something to get used to. And I'm going to turn the speed down for now, and off we go. So now we need to get, just let it do its thing. Unless I need to take the tension off of that Lazy Kate. Oh, there is no tension on the Lazy Kate, it's just the angle. Right, I'm going to have to, yeah, okay. Right, let's go again. So, all finished. I applied the pink with the white. It looks quite pretty, not much of it, so I'll find something special to do with this. And yeah, I enjoyed that. It's a learning curve, there's still some teething problems with getting the tension and the speed right, which is easier done on a foot pedalled machine because you just, not machine, spinning wheel, you just speed up or slow down with your feet, whereas with this you've got to be turning knobs and tapping the on off switch and stuff. So yeah, that'll be something to keep me quiet. So I wanted to thank Tribal Yarns for sending this to me so quickly. I should point out they're not paying me to do this, I paid for this with my own money, and I'm not sponsored. Who has 16 subscribers and gets sponsored by someone anyway? Yes, we're up to 16, yay. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. I'm curious to know what that extra bit of rubber's for. I still haven't found anything about it in the instructions, but other than that, I love it, and I'm going to look forward to taking that camping with me soon. So thank you for watching and playing with my new toy with me, and I'll see you on the next episode very shortly. Thank you, bye.